Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sonia and this is part 2 of the Magnolia Market. We are headed to Joanna and Chip's garden and their seed and supply store. The staff told me Joanna and Chip planted and acquired a lot of the seeds and plants and stuff like that, so they planted themselves. Before we get into all of that, I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and please join our family. I am also available on these other social media platforms. By the time we got done with the actual market tour, the kids were really hot and it was a pretty warm day. We did encounter a little bit of a breeze later on. The sun was going down a little bit, but it was pretty bright, as you can tell. We sat at these benches and there's like swings there, and there's a lot of seating area for the guests. Love the garden, it's so pretty. Oh, yeah, look. Water refill station. Fill up here to stay refreshed and hydrated all day. You can fill up your water bottle. You can wash your face too. If you go into the seed and supply store, you will find lots of the watering cans and planters. There were hanging baskets. They were made out of like galvanized tins and stuff like that. They were really cute. They had a lot of little showpieces, like garden related, candles, floral books. So I think you would, if you're like an avid gardener, I think you would really like this. It's very cute and classy. I loved a lot of their like succulents and the little thermostats that they had that you can hang on a patio. And definitely I love the signs and this herb garden that they had. I am so going to replicate this at home if I can. That's going to be a DIY project, which I will definitely do a video on. I so fell in love with the pathways and the way they had the bean plants that was growing. It was just really pretty. The color was vibrant. It was like a lush purple lilac color, and this is a very pretty plant, and it was just climbing all over like the back fence, and they made a little tent out of it so you can go in, and it felt like a little fairy garden, which is absolutely adorable. There were a lot of different types of souvenirs that you can get, like shirts that were in these baskets. A lot of gardening tools, there were a lot of books, and there were some seed packets that you could pick as well. The things that you see in this video you can actually find on the website magnoliamarket.com under the garden section, and they do have a lot of things that go on sale. I have been checking out their website several times a week, and I do see a lot of things that are marked down which you can order. I think that is absolutely awesome, so I don't have to drive out to Waco all the time. If I like something, I can just place an order online and it would be delivered to my house. And once again, guys, I am not being sponsored by Magnolia Market. These are all my own footages, my own videos that I took during my trip there, and these are all my own opinions and what I enjoyed about my trip to the market and their garden store. Also, guys, the seed supply store is not huge. It's not as big as the actual market. The market seems like it's in a barn. So definitely check it out, and then just make sure you kind of go there when there's not that much of a crowd. That way you'll be able to enjoy and it's not overcrowded. There is no entrance fee to the seed supply store or the Magnolia Market itself. So that is very nice. You can actually go in, there's benches and seating area, so you can kind of enjoy their garden, take in the landscape if you are out on a stroll on the weekend. There's also a bunch of food trucks that are lined around the landscape, like the main field area that they have there. They have beanbag chairs, which my kids enjoyed. They loved sitting in those. They looked fun, but the sun was really high up in the sky, and it was pretty hot, and it was just really blazing on them, so we kind of moved them to a little bit of a shady area. I also feel like if you were to have like some type of reception or a wedding or something like that, something festive like that, this is a really cute garden to utilize. Just the way that it's set up, it's very quaint and very like, they had a lot of raised beds in their garden, and It was really nice and clean, and you can kind of walk in between the raised beds. They had a lot of these beautiful like bean plants. I think these are called the zipper peas, and the way they had them staked, it was very inspirational. I mean, if I ever have a garden, I feel like I would do something like this. And it's not overwhelming. Like, you have them in sections in the raised bed, and you would just plant, you know, or group whatever plants that go together, and you can just lay them out, and then you'll have a section for flowers, section for some vegetables, whatever you grow. And I just feel like the way they have the layout is actually very thoughtful and very useful. So if you have enough space, I mean, obviously this was a little bit larger space, but even in a backyard setting, you can kind of plan out how many box raised beds that you would like, section out your garden, and this is a little bit of an inspiration. Kind of gives you a visual, and I'm a visual learner, so I like to see before I actually do something, take on a project. So this kind of gives you an idea of how I could incorporate some of their ideas into my own backyard gardening. I loved that they had a lot of natural wood and clay pieces. It was very farmhouse-ish and very industrial and very like cozy, like you would find on a farm, in a barn setting, just in a typical like a garden, like a real garden. It's not something that is staged. It's very natural. I loved a lot of their pots that they had, a lot of their watering cans. There was this little gold watering can that I absolutely adored. So I will definitely order something like that. I think it's like a spritz bottle where you can water your indoor plants with it. It's very cute. There were a lot of botanical books that were inside the supply store. There were herb books and flower books. So I thought those were absolutely helpful if you guys are beginner gardeners. I think this is also a great spot to stop by and take a look at. You can kind of get a lot of inspiration, especially again for like beginner gardeners, because you know, you're just seeing kind of like the rawness of this garden, like how it's being put together. It's not like completely done. It's still in a work in progress kind of stage. They also had like soccer balls and footballs and stuff like that for the children to play with and adults to play with as well. You can toss them around. They had like those like beanbag tosses, I think that's what it's called. I don't know, you toss it into those little boards, try to get it inside the hole. So that was really fun, and the kids enjoyed it. So they kept activities for everyone, I think, from older to younger, vice versa. You know, there was something there for everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed your tour with us to the Magnolia Market and the seed supply store and found some inspiration and love. And don't forget to check out the first part of this video, which I have linked as well. So I will see you next time. Bye!